Good afternoon. Welcome, distinguished guests and members of the Ocean County community. I'm Dr. Beth Briley. It is an honor to welcome you to our September 11th Remembrance ceremony. Today, we pause to pay tribute to the nearly 3,000 people that lost their lives during the attacks of the Twin Towers, the Pentagon, and aboard United Airline Flight 93. We also honor those who live and continue to fight for the freedom of this great nation. We will begin today's program with college lecturer Paul Cialacani leading us in the singing of our national anthem. Please stand if you are able.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you so much, Paul. Please be seated. Our first speaker this afternoon is Ocean County College President, Dr. Pamela Monaco.
Good afternoon and welcome to Ocean County College. Thank you all for joining us on this somber occasion. As we continue with our program, I'd like to take a few moments to offer some thanks and welcome to some special people. Our sign language interpreter, Roseanne Shardek, our commissioners, Jennifer Bacchione, the liaison to the college, from the Ocean County Board of Trustees, Steve Zabarski, Hunter Mance, who is our alumni trustee, and Judy Leone, spouse of the Board of Trustee member Steve Leone. From the Ocean County College Foundation Board, Estelle Brodke, Chancellor of Kane Global, Joseph Youngblood, the Ocean County Prosecutor, Bradley Billheimer, joined by Chief of Detectives Tony Carrington and First Assistant Michael Nolan, our past mayor of Toms River, Mo Hill, and representing Congressman Chris Smith's office, Jeff Sagnett. To the people responsible for this meaningful ceremony, our MC, Beth Brierly, Associate Professor of Humanities, as we just heard, the amazing vocal talent of Paul Cialacani, our lecturer in theater. Also to thank Ellie Dowak, President of the SGA and current student, and Bernard Graham, student of Ocean County College, who will be sharing with us the power of poetry. And the members of our OCC community who have volunteered to contribute to today's event. Jason Gabasi, lecturer of political science and history, Lynn Keneally, professor of social sciences. Unfortunately, Professor Keneally is not able to be with us today, but adjunct professor Jeffrey McWeeny will read the names with Professor Gabasi. Today marks almost a quarter of a century since that dark morning that changed not only America, but the world. We gather here as members of a community to reflect and to remember the 2,977 people we lost that day, and the many people who have since perished because of their heroic actions that day and the weeks and months following, and of course the courageous response from so many others. OCC is not unique. Across the nation, there are similar ceremonies just like this one. We continue to find our common purpose through remembrance. Our current college students joining us after graduating from high school this year or last were not born when this tragedy occurred. In fact, the distance of time from today to 2001 is almost as great a distance in time as 9/11/2001 was from the end of the Vietnam War in 1975. I offer this as a reminder to those of us who were adults on September 11th to reflect on how very far in the past the Vietnam War seemed to us at that time. Of course, for the people who experienced 9/11 or the Vietnam War, that time never recedes from their daily existence. What our young people know of 9/11 comes from the photographic memories of that day, perhaps from a visit to the 9/11 Museum or from programs just like ours. What they can't know, because they did not experience it, was how that day changed behavior and attitudes, if only for a short time. I'd like to reflect on one of the many lessons we have had the opportunity to learn since 9/11. It seems almost a cliche to say that many of us can remember where we were when we heard the news, but it is good to remember those details. And I'd like to share my story of that day and the days following, for it suggests something important about us as a nation and a people. I was living in Greenwood, Mississippi at the time, a town of 18,000 people in the heart of the Mississippi Delta, the poorest part of one of the poorest states in the United States, then and now. I had just pulled into the parking lot behind the building I was working in that summer when a special announcement broke on the radio, telling what was known at the time of the plane crashing into the Twin Towers. I sat in my car and listened for many moments, aghast at what I heard. Another recent hire at the university, also someone from the East Coast, pulled in the parking lot as I got out of my car, equally stunned. Yet when we told others already at work, it did not have an immediate effect. I had to convince our university president to turn on the televisions across campus to broadcast the news. It seemed so strange to me that we stayed at work, that we did our jobs, and that life went on. In the meantime, my future husband was sent home from the University of Maryland and told to stay off the roads and stay at home. My parents living in Chicago were being evacuated from the high-rise they lived in. However, by that evening, everyone was glued to the television, and by the next day, the people of the Delta were volunteering in all ways possible, donating blood, deploying to help in New York City, raising money through the local churches and organizations, and soon after, volunteering to join the military or the National Guard. What I remember most of the time was unity and compassion that defined us as one people, as Americans, who would come together to help those in need, to help restore a city, and to rise against a common enemy. It was truly an extraordinary time, and not just a moment. We sustained that sense of being one people, of one voice, and of singular regard and respect for each other. Most of the people I worked with and lived with did not travel beyond Mississippi, perhaps occasionally going to either Memphis or Jackson. The people I taught did not leave the Delta. Going to Memphis or Jackson was a tremendous stretch for them. If anyone had any curiosity about New York City or Washington, D.C., I never heard it. These cities were considered ungodly places, too full of people, noise, and danger. Yet when their neighbors, and that is what they called those who needed help, neighbors. They rushed to help. And they were not the only ones. It wasn't just Mississippians. It was people from Idaho, from Oklahoma, from Nebraska, from Kansas, from across the nation, from towns and cities, big and small. And they were the first to say, "How can I help?" It was an extraordinary time. We often dwell, rightfully so, on the tragedy of the day and the months that followed. But I think we need now more than ever to remember that time for something else. The time when our common humanity and identity as one nation, one people, erased the divide that too often consumes our thoughts and actions. As I look at our students and young people today, I believe they very much need this lesson from September 11th, 2001. These students and their peers are our future, and perhaps hearing that unity did exist during a troubling time, they can work towards a better future built on our common identity as one, as Americans. I thank you for allowing me to share those thoughts. It is now my honor to welcome our next speaker, Ocean County Prosecutor Bradley Billheimer. A native of Ocean County, Prosecutor Billheimer attended Toms River High School South before making the very wise decision to start his college education at OCC before transferring to Stockton University. Prosecutor Billheimer attended Widener University School of Law in Wilmington, Delaware, where he earned his Juris Doctorate. Before becoming prosecutor, Prosecutor Billheimer led a law practice with a focus on criminal defense. He returned to OCC in a new capacity as an adjunct professor of criminal law and criminal procedure at Ocean County College. Prosecutor Billheimer was nominated in 2018 by Governor Phil Murphy to be the Ocean County prosecutor, and in 2024 he began his second term. Prosecutor Billheimer is only the second two-term Ocean County prosecutor. Prosecutor Billheimer has dedicated time and resources to making Ocean County a safe place to live and work. Among the many awards he has received are the Terrence P. Farley Recognition of Excellence Award for his commitment to substance abuse prevention, the recognition from the New Jersey chapter of National Chaplains Association for his efforts in establishing the Ocean County Chaplain Program, and recognition from the New Jersey Bias Crime Officers Association with their most prestigious award, the Thomas E. Culp Senior Exceptional Leadership Award, for his steadfast leadership in standing up to hate and bias in Ocean County. Prosecutor Billheimer and the entire staff of the Ocean County's Prosecutor's Office were recognized with the 2024 Initiative Award from the New Jersey Office of Attorney General for launching Hate Has No Home in Ocean County Initiative. In that same year, Prosecutor Billheimer was recognized as Prosecutor of the Year by the New Jersey Narcotics Enforcement Officers Association for his unwavering dedication to combating substance abuse and the illegal distribution of controlled dangerous substances in Ocean County. All of us in Ocean County are most fortunate to have Bradley Billheimer as our prosecutor, and we are honored to welcome him to share some thoughts with us today.
Thank you, Dr. Monaco. That was very nice. I wasn't aware that my bio was going to be read, but it's always nice to hear. So I want to thank everyone and everyone here at the college for gathering here today to honor the memories of those who lost their lives on September 11th of 2001. On this day 24 years ago, our world was forever changed. Today we remember the nearly 3,000 lives tragically taken on the attacks on the World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and aboard Flight 93. The names of the residents of Ocean County are going to be read later in this program, but when you hear the names, you'll realize that they were from all points in Ocean County, from Beach Haven to Point Pleasant, some people right here in Toms River. We lost mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, sons and daughters, and aunts and uncles. Family members that just got up in the morning and went to work that day. 19 souls that never made it home to be with their families again. Today, we honor them and we honor their families. We also remember the brave first responders, the firefighters, the police officers, the EMTs, paramedics that ran towards danger and not away from it. Many of them made the ultimate sacrifice to save others, embodying the very best of human courage. Today, we also remember and pay tribute to all the members of our armed services and our veterans, the defenders of our freedom who work every day to make sure that something like this never happens again. And for those of us who lived through that day, it remains etched in our memories. We remember where we were when we first heard the news, the disbelief, the shock, and the sorrow. As the day wore on, we were all watching and waiting to see what else was going to happen. From right here in Ocean County, you could smell the smoke and you could feel ash cascading from the sky. You could feel the despair in the air, and that despair hovered like a cloud that wouldn't go away. Eventually, our collective resilience prevailed. We began to feel this incredible sense of unity, and if you were alive in September of 2001, I know you remember this feeling. I know you remember how you felt in the days and weeks and months that passed. We suffered together, we grieved together. Our grief suffered together as a nation bound us to one another. Communities came together and we bonded and we identified as Americans. We were united as Americans. One country, indivisible. While the years may pass, we are still bound by a duty to ensure that the legacy of 9/11 is one of resilience, hope, and compassion. We owe it to those we lost and to the families who carry the weight of that loss. We also owe it to ourselves and the future generations that we have here today to never forget what we are capable of when we stand united together. In the aftermath of 9/11, we learn that hate and fear may strike, but they cannot break the spirit of a nation that stands together. We learn that even in our darkest moments, there is light in the kindness and selflessness of others. And perhaps most importantly, we learn that every day with our families is a gift. As we honor the memory of those who perished, let us also honor the ideals they represented: freedom, hope, and the diversity that define us as a nation. Let us continue to build a world where we reject division, hate, and violence in all of its forms, and instead choose understanding and empathy. Today, let us remember not only the tragedy of 9/11, but also the strength, heroism, and compassion that arose from its ashes. May we never forget, and may we always move forward together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Monaco and Prosecutor Billheimer. Ocean County College Student Government Association President Ellie Dowick will now read Messages from the Sky, September 11, 2001, by Fred Moore-Marco.
Love. The most potent and influential emotion a human can exhibit. Many victims on that day on 9/11 spent their last moments exhibiting this emotion, love. On September 16th, 2001, mere days later, the New York Times published an article containing the final moments recorded on phone calls and as recorded by spouses and children of many of those victims. 1 year later, for the anniversary, the first anniversary of 9/11, poet Fred Moore-Marco wrote a piece aptly named Messages from the Sky. This piece highlights the love expressed by those victims. I'm now going to read the poem. From the towers, from the plains, love and again love. Stuart Meltzer from the 105th floor to his wife. Honey, something terrible is happening. I don't think I'm going to make it. I love you. Take care of the children. From the towers, from the plains, love and again love. Brian Sweeney from Flight 175 that shattered the South Tower, turned lives to gray ash. Hey Jules, It's Brian. I'm on a plane and it's hijacked and it doesn't look good. I just wanted to let you know I love you and I hope to see you again. If I don't, please have a fun life and live your best life you can. Know that I'll love you no matter what, and I'll see you again. From the towers, from the planes, love, and again, love. Kenneth Von Auken from the 102nd floor. I love you. I'm in the World Trade Center, and the building was hit by something. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. But I love you very much. Hope I'll see you later. Bye. From the towers, love. From the planes, love. Mark Binham from Flight 93 before it crashed into a field near Pittsburgh. Hi, Mom. This is Mark. We've been taken over. There are 3 men that they say have a bomb. I love you. I love you. I love you. From the towers, from the planes, love, and again, love. Moises Riba, a chef at Windows on the World. I'm okay. Don't worry. I love you no matter what. I love you. From the towers, love. From the planes, love. Jeremy Glick from Flight 93 to his wife Lisbeth. I love you. I love Emmy. Please take care of her. Whatever decisions you make in your life, I need you to be happy and I will respect them. From Thomas Burnett on Flight 93. I know we're all gonna die. There's 3 of us that are gonna do something about it. I love you, honey. From Daphne Bowers, somewhere in the towers. Mommy, the building is on fire. There's smoke coming through the walls. I can't breathe. Mommy, goodbye. To mothers, to wives, to husbands and friends, to fathers and lovers, to brothers and sisters, to aunts and uncles, to the inert tapes of answering machines. Love from the towers. Love from the planes. From the towers and the planes. Love and again love. I love you, Mommy. Goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ellie. Menard Graham, Ocean County College graduate class of 2025, will now share Kim Dunn's poem, Who Am I?
Who am I? I'm no one special. I'm the little boy that gives up his favorite teddy bear so that a stranger might be comforted. I'm the single mother who has been trying to teach her child to sleep in their own bed, who holds them tight long into the night, thanking God it wasn't her child that died. I'm the old man, angry and resentful that his military doesn't want him because of his age. I'm the teenage girl that spends hours cutting ribbons for others to wear as a symbol of remembrance. I'm the young man who doesn't understand why his father was running up the stairs as that building fell, trying to save just one more person instead of saving himself. I'm the old woman who will never see her grandchild again. I'm the little girl playing with her doll who can't understand when someone screams hateful things at her because of where her family is from. I'm the police officer trying to keep idiotic reporters safe when it's his wife that is still among the missing. I'm the firefighter that called in sick that day, only to discover that someone else died in my place. I'm the man who survived the falling building, only to learn that his sister and baby niece were in the plane. I'm the secretary, angered by the seemingly callous response of those around her. I'm a splunker who is climbing down into the remains of a building, hoping to find someone still alive. I'm the dog handler, searching for bodies that has to comfort my animal when only death remains. I'm the woman who stands in line for 5 hours in order to give blood, hoping to help strangers in need. I'm the man who gets up and goes to work every day, in spite of the tragedy, because he still has a family to feed. I'm the first passenger to get back on a plane, even though I'm terrified, because I know somebody has to be first. So who am I? I'm nobody special. I'm just an American. Thank you.
Thank you, Bernard. Jason Gabasi, College Lecturer 2 in Political Science and History, and Adjunct Professor Jeffrey McWeeny will now read the names of those Ocean County residents that we lost on 9/11.
We would like to ask for volunteers who would like to place a flag by the wreath as we read the names.
A staff member will have flags available that you can pick up and plant as we read the names.
John James Badagliaca.
Brett T. Bailey.
Christopher Seaton Kramer.
Michael David Deal.
Patrick Joseph Driscoll.
Patricia Mary Fagan.
John Roger Fisher.
Harvey Joseph Gardner III.
Robert Clinton Kennedy.
Joseph Mangano.
Ferdinand Fred Maroney.
Edward K. Oliver.
John A. Perconti Jr.
Susan M. Polio.
James Jim Sands Jr.
Raphael Skorka.
Christopher M. Trena.
Evan Day Barron.
John Robert Cruz.
William B. Kelly Jr.
Thomas Scroy.
And finally, Catherine Smith.
Thank you.
Thank you, professors. On this day and every day, let us remember that even the smallest acts of service, the simplest acts of kindness, are truly the best ways to honor those that we lost and to reclaim that spirit of unity that followed 9/11. To quote Dr. Deepak Chopra, September 11th was a reminder that life is fleeting, impermanent, and uncertain. Therefore, we must make use of every moment and nurture it with affection, tenderness, beauty, creativity, and laughter. We will never forget. We thank you so much for remembering and joining us today.